welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to crochet this cute little red bat. And it is optional if you'd like to add some teeth. If you don't want to, kind of look like that. It has little wings, little ears, little eyes, and it's a little round body. And this is also a very beginner tutorial. And it has little eyes. And let's get right to the materials. For the materials, you will need some scissors, some white yarn, like just a little bit for the teeth, or if you aren't making the teeth, you don't have to use white yarn, crochet hook, needle, some safety eyes. I'm using 3mm safety eyes, and this is a 3mm crochet hook. I'm going to need some red yarn for the body. Alright, let's get right on to the pattern. Stuffing. Body, you will need your red yarn right here. And I did switch crochets because that one was a little bit dirty because it's pretty old, so yeah. I got a stitch marker. You also need a stitch marker. Round 1, you will start in a magic ring with 16 crochet. So to make a magic ring, you want to take your yarn, line it up as like this across these fingers, hold it with your thumb and this finger right here. You're going to pull it around like this to where it creates a line. You can scoot it down to where there's these lines in your fingers. You're going to come across where there's these other lines, pull it over to create an X, and then use these two fingers and put it under there to hold it, just like that. There we go. Now that you have your magic ring started, you're going to take your crochet hook, go under this first loop, go over that second one, pull through, and then come and twist around like that. And you're going to go under that second loop again, yarn over with that one, and pull it through that loop to create a chain. And you can pull these two fingers out, and you have a magic ring. And then we will place 6 single crochet. So to do a single crochet, we're going to go into this loop, yarn over, pull through that loop, and then you will yarn over and pull through both loops that are on your hook. And you will repeat that 6 times. So you're going to go in, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. And I've created 3 single crochet, as you can tell by these 3 V's. That is your single crochet, it's the top. So now we'll place 3 more. 1, 2, with these safety eyes and things. And my dog is playing with her chew toy. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the last one is number 6. And that is round 1 complete. To close this magic ring, you should have this tail end wrapped around that other string. You're going to hold, well, first you're going to pull your hook out by pulling up a loop and pulling your hook through and setting it down. You're going to hold the magic ring and you're going to pull this tail to close that loop. There we go. And now we have a magic ring. And you can pop your hook right back through there and pull this, but do not use your string for the magic ring to crochet with. We want to use the string that is the yarn that is attached to the yarn ball. And then you will add your stitch marker. And then move on to round 2. Round 2, we will increase a round. Increase means 2 single crochet in the same exact stitch. So we have our stitch marker. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 right here. Not counting this line, but that V. We're going to go into that V, just like this, and you will place a single crochet, and then you will place one more single crochet in that same stitch for an increase. And you'll repeat that around, so that means 2 single crochet in each stitch around, for a total of 12 stitches. And I'll meet you back once you have finished that round. Just finished round 2, and I've placed my stitch marker back into that last stitch that I made. Now for round 3, we are going to be making the ears. So what you're going to do is single crochet into the next stitch right here. Single crochet, and then you'll increase into the next stitch, which means 2 single crochet in the same stitch. Now for the ear, we're going to chain, well no, first we're going to place one more single crochet. For the ear, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then we will skip this first chain, and working into the back bumps, you have this as your top loop, and this as your bottom loop on the chain. You're going to flip it, and you'll see these back bumps. So we're going to skip that first back bump, and into the second one, we are going to single crochet down the chains. So you only want to get under that loop, let's see, right here, that bump in that chain. So it might be a little hard, but now we have our hook under that loop, and we're going to single crochet just like this, and then you will place a single crochet into that last back bump of the chain. And then what we're going to do is what I like to call a backwards slip stitch, or backwards stitch. What you're going to do is you're going to turn your piece just like this. You're going to go into this loop right here. There should be like a little hole right in here. You're going to take this over, and you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, and slip stitch just like that. And you can drop this yarn, take it back up, and pull it over to the other side. And then right here we can see our next stitch. And what this is going to do is make these point like that. It's going to make the ears point like that. That way they aren't flat like that. We want them pointing out. So you're going to go into that next single crochet and a stitch, and you're going to place a single crochet, and then into the next stitch an increase, which means 2 single crochet in the same stitch. You're going to place another single crochet, and then we will, let's see, hold on, I'm looking at the thing. Increase again into the next stitch, and then you will single crochet into the next stitch. And then now for the second ear. So the second ear is just the same. You're going to chain 3. And then working into the back bumps, you're going to single crochet. Just like that. Here's 1 single crochet into that last back bump. We're going to place 1 more single crochet. And then we will do the backwards. Did I say backwards the last one? Slip stitch into this stitch again. I'm gonna pull this over, yarn over, pull up a loop, and slip stitch through there. Just made that slip stitch part. You're going to yarn over and wait, no. You're going to take. Okay, yeah, no, I'm right. Okay, we're gonna yarn over and slip stitch through there. You're gonna drop your yarn, come back around through it and go into that next stitch in the body. And then you will yarn over and single crochet. Did I place that slip stitch right? Yes, okay. You're going to single crochet, and then that is actually supposed to be an increase, so you're going to single crochet 1 and then single crochet 2 into that same stitch, just like that. And here are the little ears. So now you will single crochet 1 more and then you will increase and then single crochet into that last stitch. And that is round 3 complete. You can place your stitch marker back into that last loop and move on to round 4. Rounds 4 through 5 are just single crocheting around. So you will single crochet around for 2 rounds. And I will do the first round with you. You're just gonna single crochet around for, I think it's 18 stitches. I also do want to show you something. Whenever you get to this ear, you're going to single crochet 3. You're going to move this ear back and go into the next stitch on the body. Pull your loop a bit tighter, yarn over, pull through and place a single crochet. And that is exactly what you're going to do for the next ear too, to make it kind of poke out. And you will single crochet 1, 2, 3. Single crochet for 6 stitches around to this next ear, and then you're going to move it across and single crochet, and then you will single crochet into those last stitches in the round, and then for the next round you will just single crochet around. Right now I have 15 stitches. I said 18, but we have 15, and now we are going to add the wings in this next round. So you will single crochet 3, or in this case more like 2. You can do however far you want your wings to be. Let's see, so we have the stitch. Okay, yeah. We're going to chain 5. You're going to chain 5 and then working into the back bumps again. You are going to skip that first one and go into the second one, and you will half double crochet. So to do a half double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert into that back loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Then you'll chain 2, slip stitch into that same back bump, chain 1, half double crochet into that next back loop, chain 2, slip stitch into that same stitch or same back bump, chain 1. Wait, no, sorry. You'll single crochet into the next back bump. So single crochet, chain 2, slip stitch into that same back bump again, and then you'll single crochet into that last stitch, our last back bump. Let's see. Okay. And then we will single crochet into the next, oh wait, no. We're going to do that backwards slip stitch again. You're gonna pull your loop over, pull through just like this, pull through like that, pull this back around, and then find the next stitch and single crochet. And then we have created a little wing. So now you will single crochet for 1, 2, I think 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you'll single crochet for 9 stitches. Fix the little ears. Single crochet for 9 stitches, and then repeat the wing again with chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you repeat it, and I'm going to do this one off camera. Just finish that last stitch of that wing, and then we will do our backwards slip stitch again. Just like that. Drop our yarn, bring it back up, and into the next stitch, you're going to single crochet, and then into the next stitch, single crochet, and then single crochet into those last 2 stitches, and put your stitch marker back in that last stitch that you made. On 7, you're going to single crochet around, but first we're going to do 2 single crochet to get to that wing. Oops. Sorry. 2 single crochet to get to that wing. You're going to move the wing back. Then you can find this V, and you're going to go into that next stitch in the body and single crochet. And you should have 15 stitches by the end of this round. And I'm going to finish this round off camera. So now we can put our stitch marker back. And now we're going to add the eyes. So first we're going to pull our loop up and pull our crochet hook out, just like that. And then let's see, we're gonna add our 3mm safety eyes. Kind of shake them because I haven't eaten anything today, and it's just the morning, so I was working on this pattern. So you're gonna add your eyes between rounds 3 and 4. So if we count from this middle circle that we started with, here's round 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold on, round 1, 2, 3, and 4, or rounds 4 and 5. It depends on how low or high you want your eyes. But I'm just going to place mine probably about right here, maybe. Place the other one. Let's do a bit closer. We'll put this one right here. Place this one up here, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. And then you can add the washers on the back. And I usually do this about 2 stitches apart. There's 1. Here's 2. There we go. And this is what our little bat is looking like. And now we will continue on the body. Round 8, we will single crochet and then decrease. So first you're going to place a single crochet into that first stitch. And then into the next stitch we're going to decrease. I like to go into under both loops, run over and pull up, and then into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, And then we have 3 loops, and then we will pull through all 3 of those. And that is a decrease. It's taking 2 stitches and turning them into 1. Single crochet, followed by a decrease. And you can do whatever decrease you like. But I like to do this decrease. And you'll repeat that around, and I'll meet you back once you have finished this round. We'll stuff the body, but first we're going to pull up our loop, set it down, grab your stuffing, pull some apart, and then stuff your little guy fully. Not too much though, because we still have to do one more round. There we go. He might look a little wonky, but we'll fix that with our needle in just a sec after we finish him. So now for this last round, you're going to decrease around, and it also is pretty hard, but I'm sure you can get it. You're going to put 1 decrease in all of the stitches around. No single crochets in between them. And I'll meet you back once you've finished that round. Finished my last stitch. Now you can finish stuffing after we fasten off. So into the next stitch, you're going to slip stitch, chain 1, grab your scissors, and leave a length for sewing up the hole. And then you can pull through, just like that. And then you can finish stuffing that little hole. We'll sew the bottom of our bat closed. So you're going to need your needle. Make sure you're using a yarn needle, or else the yarn won't fit through that little hole that you thread it through. Sorry. And then into the front loops only, you're going to go into all of them, all the way around. So just this top loop that you see, not under 2 loops, but under 1 loop. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we will pull this closed, just like that. And then you will go into a stitch over here, or into a little hole, and come up through the top of the head, or anywhere you like, just far enough from the hole. And then you can take that off your needle and cut it. Cut that end that's sticking out. And you can pull the little fuzzies off of it. And now we will add the teeth. Or if you don't want to add the teeth, then you don't have to. For the teeth, you'll need your white yarn and your needle. Thread it onto your needle, come up through the bottom, go up over here to the side, just like that, but don't pull through all the way. Just like that, we're going to leave a little end, go through a stitch about right here maybe, come through the bottom right here, pull through just like that. You're going to go back through that stitch, come into there, come over here by that other eye, and pull this loop through. Just like that. And don't pull it too tight, or else it'll make that really small. Unless you want it to be really small. And you're going to go into that next loop, just like that. And then do the same, going around this loop right here. You can get it. Let's see, and then go back into that middle loop down there on the bottom. Come back down into that hole that you came from. And now you have little teeth. Let's poke that knot through there. I created a knot. Now it's pulling through. There we go. Let's try to hide this. Oh well, there we go. Okay. Thread that off. And then you will tie a double knot with the 2 white ends after you pull that through down to the bottom. And then you will cut this. And then you will stuff this white toe back into the body. Just like that. You can use your needle to kind of pull those stitches up. Just like that. And then you can stretch these up just a little bit to fix those. And then you have a little back. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you liked this tutorial. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.